Ever wondered if commuting should be less of a chore and more of an adventure? Have you ever felt that travel should take you places instead of holding you back in line upon line upon line? If you answered yes to either of these questions, then the new state-of-the-art high-speed and light rail systems are for you. High-speed rail began in Japan and France after World War II as a way to move millions of people in an efficient and cheap way. European and Asian high-speed rail networks now cover thousands of miles, and trains can reach speeds surpassing 200 miles an hour. Light rail and rapid transit systems are also developing into fast alternatives to other forms of public transport. Research from the American Society of Engineers suggests that America's infrastructure lags behind other countries in some key areas. Infrastructure is the foundation that connects the nation's businesses, communities and people, driving our economy and improving our quality of life. Yet today our infrastructure systems are failing to keep pace with the current and expanding needs, and investment in infrastructure is faltering. I sat down to talk with Dr. Calvin Chu from UTEP's Civil Engineering Department to discuss America's infrastructure system.
Yeah, I think we should spend more because all the infrastructures are getting old. They were built immediately after the World War II between the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
And they have been deteriorating, and some of them actually need to be torn down and rebuilt.
Yeah. Public transportation in particular is where American politicians and engineers would like to see improvements. Currently, most Americans rely on private cars, buses or planes for their transportation. For many of us, there is simply no alternative to these expensive, time-consuming and polluting modes of travel, but new federal and local government initiatives offer the hope of changing this. These animations show off California's vision for a high-speed rail line connecting Los Angeles, San Francisco and other congested cities. According to the California High-Speed Rail Authority, automobile and air travel become inefficient measured in cost, time, energy and greenhouse gas emissions. High-speed rail is much more efficient and economical for these shorter intercity trips, yielding substantial savings in cost, fuel, safety and time, as well as environmental benefits. Light rail, on the other hand, has benefits when considering inner-city congestion problems. Compared to bus-only cities, light rail cities have the following: 400% higher per capita transit ridership, 21% lower per capita motor vehicle mileage, and 36% lower per capita traffic fatalities.
Well, to make it work, you need to have a high density, population density.
Mm-hmm.
So high-speed rail also need to compete with air transportation.
Yeah.
So it will only be feasible when the distance between the city is not so far.
The US government is currently trying to improve public transportation after generations of neglect. A little support from the public will go a long way to pushing government and investors in the right direction. One way to demand these essential systems in your area is to write to your representative in Congress. Another way to help is to create or join an online petition and get your friends and family involved. Yet another way to get your voice heard is by joining an online forum. Make your voice known and help get the ball rolling toward making America a high-speed rail and rapid transit nation.